Hello, welcome here. This is Merle Sellin, offering here a alternative perspective of a highly stigmatized term within the psychotherapeutic community, the mental health community, and that word is psychopath or psychopathology, which is the study of mental illness or mental unwholesomeness. I want to suggest here that if we break the term psychopath down, and we have psyche and we have path, what if psychopath or psychopathology simply means the psyche, consciousness in human form, becoming over-identified with any one path of being. Psychopath as the psyche becoming over-committed, over-identified with a certain path to the point of it being unhealthy, unwholesome. How does the psyche become pathological? Well, as we're born into this world as innocent, pure consciousness, into a human form that has a socio-cultural context and a genetic makeup, all sorts of data, both internal and external, flooding this vehicle of awareness that our consciousness is in. We start to have to learn what data, what stimuli we're experiencing is worth paying attention to, what information we don't need to pay attention to, and we start to adapt to our environment based on prior experience, and we encode this experience as memory, as neurological paths in our bodies, not just our brains, but body sensations, body memories of what it feels like to have certain experiences in our lifetime. This is a really helpful aspect of human growth and development, is that we don't have to make the same mistakes over and over again. We don't have to keep burning our hand on the stove to remember that that's not going to feel good, and those aren't consequences I want to face again. And so I'm going to choose to kind of create a bit of a buffer between things that are glowing red hot. Well, the spectrum of experience extends also to emotional, social, communal experiences that we have, experiences in our family. And similarly, if we have an emotional reaction to something that happens, say you grow up in an emotionally unsafe or abusive household, you start to learn that in this environment, it's not safe to express my feelings, or certain feelings. You can't be sad, or you can't be angry, or you can't be happy. And so the psyche decides not to start committing to those experiences anymore. It's not going to walk down those trails, those paths. And so for survival, it adapts through its information processing to go this other way that feels safer and maybe more wholesome to it at the time, and allows it to start to grow in that way. When we come to a certain point in our human growth and development, it may be that our psyche comes to the end of that particular path and offers the body, or the body offering the psyche in this feedback loop, feelings or sensations of unrest or symptoms that we may be familiar with, like anxiety or depression, or recurring experiences of trauma, energy that's stored in the body that wants to move, but it can't because we've committed to a certain way of perceiving what that energy means. This is the way that this concept of adaptive information processing that builds throughout our lifetime becomes something like psychopathology, becomes in some cases an experience where somebody has learned, because of their pain, because of their hurt, that there's certain paths that I just can't walk, I'm not even aware of those paths anymore, and they become overly identified with a path that collectively we agree is, it doesn't serve the whole, it's damaging, it's unsafe, it doesn't serve the individual or the whole. But for that person, I want to suggest that all of us have certain expressions of psychopathology, of our own consciousness becoming over-identified with the paths that we've taken in life. So to bring this concept of adaptive information processing and psychopath or psychopathology together in healing light, a healing context, with a practice like conscious connected breathing, we invite life force and awareness, present moment awareness, paired with our body and our mind, our body mind. We pair these two and start to bring energetic awareness and activation into parts of our body where those sensations of, oh, I'm not going to touch that, or I'm not going to walk down that way, there's potentially stored emotion around what that initial experience was, or future experiences based on that adaptive information processing. So when we calm ourselves and relax and lay down and start to breathe, immediately our mind that is potentially hyper aware and trying to protect us could start to feel vulnerable and start to feel energetic awareness moving through the body in places where our body may have become accustomed to repressing or holding painful energy that our minds have learned either not to look at or to avoid. And so in a breathing practice that is connected in its rhythm, presence is accumulating in the body, the mind can start to perceive danger, it can start to feel sensations that are odd, and this is all natural, this is all okay for the body to go through this. The body knows how to move this energy and knows how to heal itself. It knows how to detox this energy. And so as we deepen a practice, get used to the ways that our psyche and those paths that it's used to taking can start to feel resistance or a pull away from certain ways of being, we're actually creating a field of freedom for ourselves. We're starting to create a vast territory once again for consciousness, for psyche to roam, to be free, to choose where it's going, rather than falling into the ruts of certain beliefs or experiences that it's had in the past. Hope that's helpful for some of you as you're working on your conscious connected breathing practice, and also as you encounter these resistances within yourself, and as we start to look outside of ourselves at the ways that other people are also challenged and trying to navigate life. My hope is that this video would offer some compassion both for yourself and for other people as we become aware of these paths that may or may not be wholesome to us anymore, and engage a practice that allows us to be free once again. Thank you for listening. Please feel free to comment with any questions or perspectives that you'd like to share with the community, and I'd be happy to engage there in the comment boxes. Thank you all. This comes with love.